What's up everybody, it's RobinGaming here. So today I've got a really, a bit more of a personal video. I haven't done that in a long time for you all. Now, you probably know that I've been doing YouTube for almost 4 years now or something, right? And in that time I've been able to accumulate around 50,000 subscribers almost. I'm getting there, and that's just awesome. That's really great. That being said, it's nothing compared to some of the bigger channels out there, and you will all know that obviously, but I still appreciate all the people checking out my videos. That's just awesome. That being said, I of course have therefore never really been able to see what it is like to have a video really blow up, or see what it is like to have, a video just doing, super well all of a sudden when it's completely unexpected. And that's what happened for the first time 2 days ago. Up until this point, the most views I had ever gotten for one video after a day was about 11,000. So that was always the milestone I was working kind of with. And right now, I uploaded a video, of course, on Call of Duty Black Ops 3 looking terrible on the PlayStation 3 and on the Xbox 360. Right now, that video 2 days later has over 70,000 views. Holy shit, that's absolutely insane. The way this happens, of course, most of you will know it, is that the video starts popping up in search engines. So when people look for Call of Duty Black Ops 3 gameplay, or maybe gameplay specifically for the PS3 and 360, they stumble across that video and they check it out. Now that's awesome. As a YouTuber, you totally want that stuff to happen, because it makes or it kind of like introduces a completely new audience to your videos, and they could of course possibly potentially subscribe at the same time as well. And that happened, I've had, like, once again, this video has been quite a success, and therefore I've also gotten, a few new subscribers, a lot more than I usually do, which is great, and I totally appreciate that. At the same time, especially with a video on Call of Duty, you get the Call of Duty audience watching your video, and if you say something that they don't like, then they'll be very vocal about that, and therefore I've received a ton of hate on that video in terms of dislikes. Right now it has, I think, over 900 likes, which a lot of them initially came from when I uploaded the video and all my subscribers saw it. But then afterwards, when new people were being introduced to it, the Call of Duty audience that I just talked about, right now it has over like 200 dislikes, but I can accept that. Like, I don't mind, I really don't mind. I'm completely past the part where I get annoyed by haters or something. I've gotten quite a few negative comments that range from, just telling people, or people telling me to kill myself, or that my accent is terrible and stuff, whatever. It's all fine with me, I don't mind. I put the comments on awaiting approval, so everybody who posts a comment first actually has to get his comment approved, so they won't even show up. So it's all wasted effort in terms of their part. So I don't mind. I really don't. I'm used to this. I've made videos for the Machinima Respawn channel, which has a really big Call of Duty audience. I've had some videos that did really well, but it took like, 1 or 2 years for them to gather a big number of views. But on those, I would also get, some hate comments. That's all to be expected on the internet. Even for a channel like me, some of you always say that, I'm different than a lot of other channels out there because I don't try to make, or to cause many arguments or something. That's true. I don't. I try to kind of limit that. At the same time, I will speak my mind, and if I say something that people don't like, then they'll still be vocal about that. That's what I have expected on the internet. It's simply what happens. That being said, I wanted to talk, of course, about what I said in that video that got people so upset, which is that I said that by now, if you are a hardcore or a die-hard gamer and you look forward to the newest games and to, you want to play every single one of the games that come out now these days, then I think you should already have moved on to the next generation. That's what I said, and that's what got people upset, because they were throwing all sorts of accuses at me, or saying like, yeah, well, not everybody's in the same situation, of course, some people don't have money for it and stuff. I totally understand it, and I said that in that video that, of course not everybody is able to afford the next-gen console. What I simply said is that I feel like if you really are excited about gaming, right, and you call yourself a hardcore gamer, you are somebody who wants to play all the new games that come out, then you'll make sure to be able to get one of these next-gen consoles. That's exactly what I did. I got myself a part-time job back in the days for my PlayStation 3, and I worked very, very hard so I could actually afford that console. That's what I mean, is that I think if you are actually excited about gaming, you probably would have a next-gen console by now, or current generation console, still want to just call it that. Because you are excited about it. I wasn't throwing like accuses like, oh, you're not a gamer if you still play on last gen. That's not true at all. I've had, for example, a comment from Tito, which is one of my, best subscribers, somebody who I can always expect to comment on my videos. He has been a subscriber for a super long time, for years. And he said, for example, hey Robin, I still play on last gen, and I knew that about him actually. He said, I do that because I pretty much always go back and play the games I missed out on. I think he doesn't currently have the money money yet to buy a new platform, but he will do that at some point, especially because he wants to play games like Uncharted 4, and that's understandable. Where I am coming from with this whole thing about, you know, the current generation and the old generation and you playing on either one of the two, I feel like, you know, knowing that it's been 3 years since the announcement of the new generation, and you're still gonna complain that a game like Call of Duty Black Ops 3 looks terrible on the old gen, and that, for example, games like Batman Arkham Knight aren't coming out anymore on the old gen and that kind of stuff, it goes beyond me. By now you should have accepted simply that games are just not gonna be made anymore for these old consoles, or at least they're gonna look terrible, because they simply won't put as much attention into it anymore. Because a lot of these people, what they don't understand is that they say like, oh yeah, what about all the people that are left behind? You know, just because a couple of people moved on doesn't mean that now everything should be made for those platforms. What they are not realizing is that they are just a small part of the people that haven't moved on, and 95% of the people have. That's the thing, is it's been 10 years since the start of that old generation. Come on, by now, grant some gamers sort of like the thing that they want, which is, we want games to look up to date. We don't want to be stuck in the past playing on these 10-year-old consoles and still having games look terrible and that kind of stuff. We are ready to move on. Hell, they're already so generous with these consoles that the lifetime is about 7 years or something, that you know, you have such a big time that you can still play games on those platforms, that I mean, I just don't understand the hate towards games not really being made anymore for the old generation. I've literally come across comments, for example, on Twitter or something. I saw a tweet by a certain guy who replied to a Naughty Dog tweet about Uncharted 4 saying, "I can't believe you're leaving your die-hard fan base behind, the people who have made you so big on PlayStation 3 with the Uncharted franchise, and now you're just bringing Uncharted 4 only out on the PlayStation 4. It goes beyond me," that guy said, and you should totally be ashamed for that, Naughty Dog. Once again, what he doesn't realize is that he is in the minority of the people who are staying behind, and the real thing everybody should do if you are excited about games is you simply move on and you stop being so stuck in the past. If you're excited about gaming, then you should well be able to save up for a new console. It only costs $400. It really is just a couple months of time if you have a part-time job, so that really shouldn't be that much of an issue with that. With that being said, that was what I pretty much wanted to say in this video. Of course, let me know if you agree or if you don't. Once again, I'm not throwing around sort of like accusations or something to the people that still play on last gen. That's fine, that's totally your decision. This is just my 2 cents. I feel like if you're excited about games by now, you know, you can definitely make sure to have a next gen console if you simply get something like a part-time job or something like that. That's what I did back in the days, that's what everybody can do, and that's pretty much where I came from with this video. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed it, and then for now, thanks a lot for watching, and hope to see you again next time.